Sunny 88.7 FM live on the iMDrive. We have Enuonyam on Up Close. And let me mention that the first time I think I heard about it, and I always tell the story. I probably never stop telling the story. My husband said he was passing by Love Community Chapel Church in, what's the name of the place again? Bubuashi, yes. And he said he heard a woman singing. And he said, he thought to himself, whoa, who's that? This person can sing. So he says he entered the church just to hear who it was. And says he saw this woman, asked about it. They said it was Enuonyam, young girl by then. And that's the first time I got to hear about you. Enuonyam, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well.
You're going to have to get closer to the microphone for me.
Okay.
Yes. What's people's reaction where they get to see you in person and go like, oh, are you the Enuonyam we hear on the radio? You know, we see at concerts. What's the reaction?
I get it a lot. I get that a lot. It's so humbling.
It is for you. But tell us about yourself, Enuonyam. I think you're pretty quiet. You don't like to be out there a lot. Why?
Yes. I think it's just the way I am.
Just the way you are.
Yeah.
But your wedding day, the way you were out, you know, the way you were all over the place, the way the dancing, your engagement, she was having a swell time. Yeah. But tell us about yourself for our listeners who are hearing the name Enuonyam for the first time.
Yes. So my name is Enuonyam Akufu.
Enuonyam Akufu.
I recently got married, so Enuonyam Akufu Tufo.
Okay.
And I am a lover of Jesus. And
okay.
I come from a family of singers. My parents are pastors as well as singers too, and I do ministry with drum metal.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's basically.
All right, so we're live with her on Facebook and YouTube, so you can join in the conversation. If you have a question for Enuonyam, you can drop it. If you have a comment, you can also send it via WhatsApp 0540-130-684, 0540-130-684. So I guess we can say music started from home for you?
Yes, it did. You started from home, started from church.
You naturally loved it, or you had to be a part of it because it was home all the time?
I naturally loved it because I think it's a DNA thing. Because both parents are musically inclined. So I started from there, and then growing up, always in church, always hearing the songs. My dad is always playing Don Moen, Sissy Winans in his car, and so it started from there.
Talking about being a pastor's kid, let's get into that. How's it like? You talk about always having to be in church. What's it like growing up as a pastor's kid? Now you're out with your husband, but let's talk about one.
I think it's one of the most challenging things for any person. I'm sure this is not new. Everybody knows some of the things that pastors' kids go through when it comes to church. I mean, the expectations of the people. I mean, it's not an easy thing, but for me, I think that God gave me great parents who would always prep you at home before you get to church, and the things that are flying all over the place.
What are some of the things they would say to prep you?
Especially my mom, she'll tell you, show Jesus. Look at Jesus.
Okay.
Don't mind them. And then my dad, too, one of the things he'd always say is, how would Jesus react? You ask you, how would Jesus react to this?
True.
You know?
This is Sunny 88.7 and we're live with Enuonyam. So at which point in time did you start working with Joe Metal? I had to add the metal. I kind of see nobody knows when I say Joe.
Right. So I was still in school, tech, and KNUST. I was singing on campus as well. And
were you in a choral group, a choir group, or church with a church choir? Harvest Chapel. Okay.
On campus.
Okay.
That was my church, and at that time too, I was with Overflow. I was doing Overflow anytime I came home.
Okay.
And then I went back to school. Then it was Harvest. And my music director then, Rachel, Luigi's wife.
Luigi's wife was a music director?
Yes, she was a music director.
Okay.
And she was actively doing stuff in the music circle, especially around Bradro and Overflow.
Okay.
So I think she was by recommendation. Yes. So I was recommended.
Okay.
And then it started from there, and now we're here.
And how do you, before you make it sound like pretty, like it just happened.
Oh, no,
I'm pretty sure.
This is like a period over 10 years.
Over 10 years. But how did you feel being recommended for Joe's team? How did that feel?
It was a life-changing experience. Like, if she hadn't recommended me, I don't think I'd be here.
And what would you say your time with Joe has impacted you as a believer, as a singer? If you can share that with us.
Brad Joe is a man of excellence.
Now they're calling Brad Joe. I feel some way calling just Joe.
I'm sorry.
I have to call him Brad Joe.
That's how we've called him over the years. So I'm sorry.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
He's done so much for me, and I think that it was God's plan in the first place for me to end up under Minister Joe Metal, because there's so much that I have learned from him, spiritually, and when it comes to the music, when it comes to the industry aspect of it. There's so much, even when he's not intentionally like teaching you stuff. His every move is worth paying attention to, and I can't be less grateful for the opportunity.
If there's a young musician, up-and-coming musician listening to you and say, I wish to know the greatest lesson you have ever learned working with Joe, what would that be? Joe Metal, what would that be? Brad Joe. Yes.
God deserves excellence.
Okay.
I think that's one of the things that Brad Joe always strives to attain, reach with whatever he does. God deserves excellence in what we do and what we give to him. Yeah, that's one of the things.
I'm curious to know, so when you told your parents, I've been recommended to be with Joe's team, did you realize the weight of the work you were embracing? Did they realize it? How did the conversation go? Did they think, okay, my daughter's going to become a full-time gospel musician? I want to know how that season of your life was like.
So my parents had an idea of who I'd become or who I'd be.
Okay.
So it wasn't a difficult thing for them. They always knew that God's hand is or was in it, and so it was an easy thing. Going for rehearsals, going for programs, they knew that my child will by all means come home safe, because they knew that God was the one in charge of everything. It wasn't unlike some people that even today. I know some people, they have to sneak out of the house and things to be at rehearsals and things. It wasn't like that for me. It was smooth. Everything happened as God's plan for me.
So you do music full-time?
Yes.
You do it full-time?
I do it full-time.
I've heard a few people I've interviewed say it's shall I say it's not possible, as they say, if I remember the words they've used, that's not possible to do music full-time in Ghana. How are you doing it full-time, Enuonyam?
Okay, so there are other things that I do that it's still music.
Okay.
Yes, it's still music. So, and I get paid for what I do. So that's the other side of it.
So your living testimony is possible too.
Yes, it's possible, and I'm enjoying it. That's the thing.
You're doing what you love.
Yes, I'm doing, and I'm getting paid for it.
Okay.
On the side too. So it's amazing.
So you think that maybe, should I say, taking, I don't know whether I should use the word risk, but taking the opportunity to go in fully, make sure that this is what you're doing, so you're spending more time in that circle, you're putting in a lot of effort, and so you're more likely to see more yield than someone who probably is in today is out tomorrow. Would you see it that way? Because I'm hearing a lot of it's not possible. You're probably like the first in a few.
Everybody's different.
It's different?
Everybody's different. I think it just plays out different for everyone. For me, well, should I say, fortunately, I'm okay. It's
cool.
Comfortable. I'm good. Yeah.
We're live with Enuonyam right here on the iMDrive on Up Close. You can join us on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you have a question, you can feel free to drop it for us. So now, for someone who's doing this full time, for how many hours a day are you rehearsing? And tell me about your schedule. How's it like?
So there's seasons where there's the Brad Joe season, there's my season, there's the season for other things. So there's music going on for me almost every time, and then there's church.
There's church as
I have
well.
responsibilities at church too.
As
So as it will shock you.
It will shock me. Tell me.
I'm a deaconess.
Hey, Deaconess Enuonyam. Okay, I'm shocked. I did not know this.
Yeah. So yeah, in my church we have young.
Where do you fellowship?
Love Community Chapel.
Still in Love Community
Yes,
Chapel.
same church.
Deaconess Enuonyam.
Yes, and my
Nice.
other church now is Harvest Chapel International.
Is that where
My
your husband?
husband's church, yes.
Okay, so you shuffle between the
Yeah,
two.
between the two.
You are a busy woman.
That's not easy. Yeah.
And then you're done with your schedule. Yes, you're sharing your schedule with us.
Yes. So there are seasons where Brajo has stuff going on, and so I have to be there. And then also where I have to also put out my stuff, stuff that God has given me to put out, music, and then church activities. And so it's busy. I'm singing all the time, so my voice is always on the go. But so it doesn't really, truthfully, it doesn't really give me the time to do the rehearsing, because by the time I'm coming to rehearse, I'm tired.
You're tired
I'm vocally
already.
tired. So I'm vocally resting mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the time I'm just vocally resting. But there are times where I jump on a few vocal exercises here and there.
And I'm wondering, with this busy schedule, your work you do with Joe, you as an artist yourself in church, how do you prioritize your faith and your spiritual growth amidst your busy touring and recording schedule?
For me, I feel and I know that God is in everything. So as much as there's the whole running around and everything, I mean, it doesn't take too much to just zone out and zoom in with Him. I mean, spending time with God is, I think now is the easiest thing, should be the easiest thing now. I mean, we have our Bibles on our phones, we have music we can worship with on our phones, and it's really not a problem. Really not a problem for me.
All right, you can send, if you have any question for Enuonyam, feel free to send a 0540-130-684, 0540-130-684. And I wanted to ask you, what's the story behind your favorite song that you've ever written or recorded? You can share with us.
My favorite song.
I love the smile on your face.
Hey, my favorite song.
Yes.
Funny enough, my favorite song is not out yet.
It's not out
It's
yet?
not out yet, but it's been recorded.
It's been recorded?
Yes.
When are we going to hear your favorite song?
Yeah, I'm sure close to the last quarter of the year.
Last quarter of the
Yes,
year.
we get to hear it.
You can't sing a small line. Tell us the title. Something small.
Okay,
Something
so-
kitty kitty bee.
I will not be moved. I will not be moved, for the Lord is for me. He is for me. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear this. And I remember I was at your unveiling with Luigi McLean on Joe's record label.
Yeah.
How has been the experience so far been?
It's been amazing. The whole thing even started before the unveiling.
Okay.
So it's been a very, very great opportunity for me, and I'm sure Luigi feels the same. I mean, there are a lot of people who want to work with Brajo, who
Yes.
want to have something to do with him, and such an honor to be selected to
For
be able
this.
to do this. And it's been a beautiful journey, and it makes things so easy, because honestly doing music is not easy. It's a lot, but with Brajo holding our hands, it makes things so easy.
Oh.
I'm really
If he's
happy.
listening right now, I'm sure he's like, oh, and you know,
I'm
oh, and
really
you know.
happy about it.
Let's get into your song, Chermikoi. I think,
Yeah.
would that be your latest?
Yeah, that's the
Let's talk
latest.
about that
That's-
one. What inspired it?
Enuonyam
Yes.
was written by Kofi Kakari. Minister
Kofi Kakari is behind the scenes for a lot of songs we're
Yes,
hearing. He doesn't say it
yes.
enough, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he's given credits enough.
Enough also.
The man is an ocean of songs. And even if I just went to his home one time and we sat down and he was behind the keyboard, and oh my God, such a presence. Effortlessly, songs just flow out of him.
Wow.
And so yeah, he's behind Chermikoi. So we sat down and then we started putting it together, and then
Wow.
Yeah,
But why
that's how-
Kukute?
Yeah, and so one time I was just there thinking about the song and then his name just popped up.
It just popped up.
Yeah, like Kwekute. Okay,
Let's do
go
this.
Kwekute. Yeah.
What was his reaction when you called him up?
Oh, Kwekute has always been a very
You guys are cool.
cool person.
Okay.
Like anytime I call him for something, oh sis, let's
He's up
do
for
it.
it.
Let's do it. Yeah. So
I don't know if Kofi Kakari is listening, but me too, when my time comes, Kofi, I'll come and visit you. We play the piano, and then the Lord will release the song He has for me. Can we all watch her be quiet together? All right, let me play that right now. And I have a message here from KB who's listening in. Says, Kai, nice voice. This one, dear, Ghana Mariah Carey. Hey. All right, let's listen to Trevor Kwai. Stay with me right here on the iMDrive. I'll be back with Enuonyam.
So Treme kwan Yesu na mediwechi Wone haino Wone no kware Yesu Kristo asujeni Wone kwaino Wone no kware
have spotted there's a man standing by his wife, a little older. That's Enuonyam's parents, and you're just talking about how supportive they are. What is like having supportive parents in your music journey as a gospel musician? If you can tell us about it. Please get closer to your microphone for me.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing. Knowing that your parents understand, knowing that they fully support what you're doing, gives it another boost.
Wow.
Honestly, and I am so lucky. I am so not everybody gets it like this.
That's
Not
true.
everybody gets it. So I am so thankful to God mostly for the kind of parents
That you're blessed
given
with.
me.
I remember it was Ninoy who sent me the song and said, Jennifer, Enuonyam has released a new song. Can you play? I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And remember that day I had a message from a lady known as Mom. She says, Jennifer, I love this song. So I know it's one of her favorites. Marion has been watching. She says, very powerful ministration. God richly bless you, Enuonyam. And she comes back to say, I love this. Akosi Osea Sands is watching. She says, lovely. Enuonyam, I'm just finding out today that she has quite a story about, quite a love story with Sunny FM.
Yes.
Tell us. I asked her to stop at a point, so I also get to hear it for the first time. So, Enuonyam.
Yeah, so this happened over 12 years ago. So I came here to Sunny FM with my mom, and we had an interview session with Mommy Vero,
Who's our legal director.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's our head pastor's wife.
Okay.
So we had the interview with her, and my mom was sharing the story of how I was born, how she was able to conceive. Because my mom, after marriage, she had issues conceiving, fibroid issues. So she had to go through a procedure to take out the fibroid, and then they had to touch her womb, cut things off, her tubes, everything was taken off. So
Wait. The tubes were taken off. What was
yes.
the womb left?
but the womb was left.
But the tubes were
Yes,
out.
but yeah, out.
Wow.
Yes. So and they had to take it out before she was unconscious. So it was a decision they had to take without her knowing. Because when they opened her up, they saw that whatever was going on in there had, just spread into everything. So that's what happened. Fast forward, we were talking. She was talking about the whole process, and the school was listening. A school that gave me a scholarship for 3 years. Angel Specialist School. Knowing their headmaster was listening into the show.
To the show on Sunny FM.
Yes, and he called it, and I sang. I actually sang on.
How old were you then, Enuonyam?
Okay. I was small. I was in class 4.
Class 4.
I was
Okay.
in class 4. Yes, going to class 5. I think. Yeah, and I sang the song. And tomorrow, give your life. Tomorrow, that song.
BB.
Yeah, and they listened in, and then they called, and they said they want to meet me.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. God was in everything, because that too was a whole experience musically.
Okay.
Because the school does music as a course, like in the
Okay.
school. So I got to enjoy that because of Sunny FM.
And that was a scholarship you got.
That's a scholarship I got.
Oh my. So how did mommy have you? Are you your mom's firstborn?
I'm the first, and then there are 2 others.
Without the tubes, you've got to tell me the story. So what did she tell
I
you?
was told the story too.
So what did she tell you? Because
Yeah, so that's so it's just a miracle.
scientifically,
It's just a miracle. I think maybe one time you should call her,
Maybe,
and get her
her
to come
in.
and share the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, because these are stories I've been told. You know, not just by her, others who were around and were praying through the whole experience. Yeah.
you talked about how you're usually jumping from one place to the other. You're recording or you're doing some backup. You're touring with Joe.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, and was also asking, same. How do you manage to keep your voice the way it is, or train it? Because I listened to, when I've heard you, whether it's the live program, you never sound tired. There are people who sound tired all the time. You never sound tired. Your voice always sounds like you just woke up and hey, let's do this. You know,
Well,
how'd you do it?
I think that my voice has adjusted to the pressure. Yes, I think that's what's happened to me.
Okay.
It wasn't like this in the beginning. My voice will crack it will just give up. It will just shut down in the beginning. But as
Okay.
time has gone on, my voice has just adjusted.
So, is there something special? Is there something you drink? Is there something you eat? Is there somewhere something you wear?
No, I do the normal things. After using a microphone that is not personally yours, go and get some vitamin C to protect you from infections.
From infections,
Because it
okay.
happens a lot to the singers. You know, do some rintia mixture and lemon and honey,
some things.
warm water. Yeah, don't leave your voice like that after using a microphone that is not personally yours, because other people have used it. So
Okay.
you can pick stuff, and it affects us. It affects us
It does a lot. It does a lot.
So that's what I do.
And I want to know, so how many songs have you released so far in Enuonyam? Recorded and
So
released?
that will be. So there's Changed, there's Feel Me, there's God of Wonders, and Chemikwai. So that's
Which one
4.
should we play? We've played Chemikwai already. I have God of One, all the ones you've mentioned. Which one would you want us to play right now? Because I
Right
want
now?
us to talk about testimony from...
Have you played God of Wonders?
I haven't yet, so we can do God of Wonders.
Yes,
Let's listen
let's
to
do
God of Wonders.
God of wonders, the impossible is too special.
you can do anything. You're the God of all flesh, so there's nothing too hard for you, too hard for you. You do the impossible.
Things people will give to sing like you. Hi, hi, hi. And God of Wonders.
Yeah.
So who wrote this?
My husband.
Your husband. I thought it's your husband. So when did he write this one for you?
Somewhere last 2 years.
Last 2 years. You were dating or courting by the time.
Yeah.
And you said he wrote Changed as well.
Yeah, he wrote Change.
So he's just a songwriter, he sings as well.
He sings as well. He's actually about to come up with his own stuff.
So
Mine
people
is
are going to
artist.
do what your parents did,
Yeah.
music, then the next
Yeah.
generation.
The prayers we pray, it works.
It works,
I prayed. I told God I wanted somebody like my father.
Oh, he did it.
It happened.
He did it.
Yeah.
Jesus, he has done it
Yeah.
again. Do you have some kind of connection with Jerry Garte Fashion House? I don't see you on.
Yeah,
Grace
I did a thing with him.
But I love
Yeah.
your fashion sense, and when you step out, you look elegant all the time. You're
Thank
looking
you.
sharp all the time.
Thank you
You just
so much.
love fashion. You
My
designer clothes.
My mom was. She started as a seamstress.
Okay.
So it's in there. I mean, growing up, they'll check you. What are you wearing? These colors don't match. Change it.
Uh-huh.
So.
All right, I have a message here that says, awesome song. God bless you, Minister. More grace from Ya and Yaya.
Thank
Blessed
you.
morning, Jenny
Thank you.
and Sonny Crew. And I wanted to ask, what would you say is like the greatest testimony you've heard from anyone who's been impacted by your music in any way? If there's one that stands out for you, that encourages you and pushes you to keep doing what God has asked you to do.
Yeah, so at the program one time, we had closed and I was leaving. And there was this lady who walked up to me and she was so excited to meet me. I mean, that people see me and they're happy and jumpy about it. But this lady was too excited. I was like, what's
She
going on?
surpassed some of us.
Well, yeah, and she said she wants to tell me something. I was like, yeah, she can talk. And then she says that she's the only one who's accepted Christ in her family.
Wow.
And she's been playing my song Changed at home.
Okay.
And she said that by that song, her family, entire family, received Christ.
Wow.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like how did that even
exactly
happen?
did that happen?
And I didn't get to get all the details, but I left the place shocked. At least one person, or like I said, her entire family, came to Christ because of that song. And I was like, wow. God, thank you for what you're doing.
Yes,
with
He's
the
working.
songs. Yes.
This is Sunny 88.7. We are live with Enuonyam. And let me get on to Facebook to see some of your comments coming through. Mavis Cruncher says, JJD, this song is spirit-filled. Nigeria Taki Jerry has 3 loves for you. Marion says, yes, he does the impossible. Akosia says, God bless you, Madame Enuonyam. Now, I want to know if did you wake up with a song in your heart this morning?
Did I?
Did you? Maybe
Did I?
yesterday.
Yes, I did.
Let's do. Can you sing that song for us?
I don't know how you're going to take this, but Diffie.
We're going to take it well.
It's in my head.
It's in your head.
Heart is.
It's rent free in our heads, yeah?
Yeah, I think that is the message. Because it's true.
Yeah.
If not for God and what He does for us, His protection, His love, His mercy.
Well, what
God
would
will
be?
send me Diffie
cry.
So that's what. To be honest, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. This one says, in fact, Harvest KNUST, the hub of musicians. In fact, KNUST in general. Okay, we hear you. And can you sing us away as we wrap up this morning?
Okay. What should I sing? Okay. Oh, ben mitchen madamfu sana Yesuti. Oh, I am madamfu pa.
continue.
Oh,
Don't end there. You can do one more verse in Enuonyam.
really?
Yeah, so you can change the song if you want to.
Okay. I just sang that song because it's just a message in my heart for everyone that Jesus he's really in love with us. So we should just allow him to love you.
Yeah.
Allow him to love you.
Let's do
All
one
right,
more.
so I'll do one more.
Yeah.
We give you glory and honor. You are the Lord. Let your name be glorified. We give you glory today and honor. You are the Lord. Let your name be glorified. Shemina Yesu, Namoni Wasemso, Shremekwai Yesu, Namindi Wechi, Wone Haino, Wone no Kwawe, Yesu Christo, Wona Yasu Jeni.
Enuonyam. I could listen to you the whole day. But do you have a tip for singers out there how they can manage to sound sweet and smooth? Yes, let me just pick a tip for a few people out there this morning.
We just need to prioritize these vocal exercises. We hear it all the time. We take it for granted. But they're the game changers.
Okay.
Yes, the vocal exercises, the warm-ups before you sing, the warm-downs after
Okay.
you sing, all of those things. Yeah.
And we should bring you back. Yomadi says the key she sings on sopranos, boy, God is great.
Sorry. People say that a lot.
Oh, you hear that a lot. So she's
I'm
a lady.
soprano, so mostly my keys are just
She's
repent.
noticed, yeah, it says boy for the soprano. So she mentioned your song, the first time I played it, she loved it. Okay, let's hear it change. And thank you so much for coming through. We'll bring you back, yeah?
Thank you so much.
So when the new release is it's in, let's do this again.
Yeah, sure.
All right.